Hello and welcome to the Sleepy Nyles podcast, episode 2. That's such a cute number, but it's 2, and I'm here with my buddy
Hi
Adam,
there.
baby boy.
Soy baby, see.
And as usual, we have nothing in particular to speak about, but we're here and we're mostly queer, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I currently have 250 questions. We're not going
Whoa,
to
I
get
was
through all
like,
of them.
I was
But
gonna be like, what the heck? I can't answer that many. I can answer about 2, because I'm a really long talker, for sure. About
two.
2.
Man, talking is a good skill to have. I lack the skill
Oh.
myself, so I'm like envious.
So I work at Dairy Queen and everybody hates it when I start talking to them while I'm just trying to sweep the floor or something. You can see the hatred in every
Mhm.
middle-aged woman's eyes when I'm like, "Hi, how are you? How's the food? How you doing?" And they're just like, "Shut up, please, God."
Oh,
It's
me
so fun.
too. Oh my goodness.
It's like my second week and I just cannot shut up. My manager told me to shut up one time. It's that bad.
Just can you be
And
quiet,
I'm like,
please?
"No, ma'am, I physically cannot do that." She goes,
We can't fire you. We need more people, but we need you to be quiet.
"Well, yeah, of course they can't fire me. I've already had 12 good reviews because I keep bothering people to take the survey on the receipt that they get."
You're doing
"You're
great.
doing amazing, sweetie." Okay, so
What 3 words best describe you?
I have to pick 3.
Yes.
Well, I value myself as a lot of things.
Hmm.
I guess the 3 words that best describe me are probably angry, tired, and depressed.
Angry.
Angry. I'm always angry about something, and it's mostly about lesbian issues, but I'm not a lesbian. I just have one whole friend who's a lesbian, and I just get mad about everything that I see in the media.
Oof.
That recent story about those 2 lesbian girls who got beat up in England. I got mad about that, and I
Yes.
got mad about that for days. That's all I tweeted about
Yeah,
for
I
3
got
days.
upset.
I just get mad about it.
Me
Yeah, no, seriously, that's all I tweeted
too.
about.
Imagine not getting angry about that, though. That'd just be a weird
Yeah, and
reaction.
that'd be a sad thing, I guess. I don't know.
It
And then it's
would.
also just small things, whenever I hear anything about people fetishizing lesbians or people being like, "Oh, lesbians are so useless." LMAO. That's a joke, though. I'm like, that's not funny. Get out of my house. Get out of my space. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Julia would never do this to you.
See, those jokes make my organs shut down physically, and then I used to surround myself with people who would just make jokes like that, and they would just find it
And
so
it's
funny. And if I call them out on it, I'd be the triggered one, and
and it's
uh,
always straight people every single time. Always.
it's
And I think useless lesbian jokes are funny when they come from lesbians, but of course I would never make that joke unless I was specifically talking to a friend of mine that is a lesbian and knows that that's a joke between us. There's
mm-hmm.
no other context in which that is okay if you're not a lesbian.
It's true.
It's just
Sadly,
it's a stereotype lately, and it just annoys me. That's it. That's the only reason I get mad about it. It's because it annoys me, and it's a very selfish reason, but I get mad.
it's a personal
No,
attack.
I stay mad. Let's go lesbians. That's my whole thing.
Let's go, lesbians. Let's
Let's go
go.
lesbians.
Thank you.
Thank you. What 3 words best describe you?
Uh, 3 words. I would probably say tired, um, determined, and emotional.
Oh, yes, absolutely. See, that's so
Because I'm tired all the time.
same. It's the depression. It's definitely the depression.
Probably. but like there's tired. I'm determined. I try to do the best that I can,
Mm-hmm.
my best for
And I see
myself.
that in you.
Because I would thank you.
Like, what a king.
Like, thank you. Like when I was younger, I would just try to do the best for other people just so I could please them. But now that I'm older, I'm more determined to do the best for me
Aw.
and my emotional health.
That's
Hmm.
always a really good thing is when you like figure out that you're important too.
Hmm.
Like, I think if you're raised as a girl, you like you're expected to care about other people more than yourself. I just think it's always great when I hear that like men realize that they can care for themselves and women realize that they can like really be interested in their own personal well-being.
Hmm.
It's a lot. Anyway.
uh, Sleepy, determined, and yeah, I'm emotional. I cry about fictional characters all the time.
Oh.
That's all I do.
That's kind of interesting. I'm the complete opposite. The only
Oh
thing I
my
really get emotional about is dogs, and then I also get angry about things. But that's it. Like I haven't cried for a long time.
oh
It's been
boy.
forever, and I think that's funny because people always just assume that I'm really emotional, and because I fake it a little bit because I feel like that's what people expect from me, and I don't want them to
Hmm.
feel weird if I'm like if they're like, oh my gosh, my grandma just died, and then they start crying, like I don't start crying with them or something. Like, like I don't feel it that hard, but of course I care. I just like it doesn't hit me as hard as probably a normal person would hit.
Yeah, because it's like you're in your own shoes and they're in their shoes,
Exactly.
so they can feel it because they know their own emotions.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dig up more questions.
We
I have
out here,
200.
we answering questions.
What are some things you want to accomplish before you die?
Everything. All the things. Every single thing I possibly can.
Everything.
um,
You have to break
well,
all of the
yeah,
records.
every single world record is just going to be my name. Exactly. um, yeah, I'm like as far as specifics go, I'm not really sure. I think my life just kind of changes every couple years and things just move around so much that I don't think like like goals that I have now are going to be the same in the future. I guess
Hmm.
if that makes sense.
It
Like
does.
right now, one of the goals I want to accomplish is I want to get my medical not my doctorate, but my master's degree. So I go to med school and finish med school. Like that's one of my things that I would really like to do.
Hmm.
But I don't know if that'll change or not because it just really just depends on a lot of things. Like I know I want to be a nurse and I know that I want to like help people in my life, and I think that's why I enjoy my job right now is because it's really just about helping people and like having that kind of bedside manner. So like
Hmm.
I guess my big goal in life is just to make others happy as they can be.
That's
Um,
wholesome.
yeah, I I just that's been my whole life is seeing other people happy, and that brings me the most joy. Like you can
Hmm.
give me all the presents in the world, you can say all the nice things about me, but if you have like a sad disposition, I'm never going to feel as happy as I possibly can because don't get it twisted. It comes from a purely selfish sense. Like I have to be the one who's happy.
Hmm.
um, but I really do care about people. And that being said, my personal life goal is to get a dog and adopt one child and live alone. And that's it. I don't think
That's
I'm ever
cool.
going to get married.
Man,
Yeah, it's being married is a weird concept.
a little bit. Everyone's different. Everyone wants their own stuff, and that's perfectly fine.
Exactly. Like relationships, tried it, not into it. Let's not do that.
Goodness, that's a big mood. What's the best show currently on TV?
The best? Oh
The
my god.
best,
Okay,
in your
so
opinion.
my mom and I watch TV together, and outside of that, I don't really watch TV.
Hmm.
Like If I had to pick one show, it'd be kind of difficult. And I have a couple for different reasons, like a couple favorites. I think
Hmm.
the best one, just in general, is probably Last Week Tonight with John Oliver.
Hmm.
Um, it's one of the greatest journalism shows ever. It's just funny and interesting, and it brings to light issues that I didn't even know about. Like I didn't know that the um, Equal Rights Amendment or Act, excuse me, Equal Rights Act Amendment, ERA, something like that.
Something.
I didn't even know that wasn't passed, and it's been in debate since the 1920s. Like I had
Hmm.
no clue, and it's just so interesting to see all these pieces that are things that I never knew about. Like the reason that I got in the medical field is because I watched a couple John Oliver videos and I was like, this isn't right the way that hospitals and senior care places are treating their patients. Like I want to get in, I want to be a good example of
Hmm.
someone who cares for somebody, and they just need people who care.
That's that makes my heart hurt so good.
Well, it shouldn't because it's personally for me. So,
Oh man, I'm
yeah. So that's my favorite show right now, but and it's been for a couple years. But I think if I had to pick another one, it'd probably be that one on Netflix. Nailed it, the baking show. My mom
oh
and I
my
love
goodness.
that so much. It's so bad.
I've actually never seen it, so now I'm curious.
You totally should watch it. There's seasons. There's three seasons, and do you know what it's about?
I don't.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's a baking competition, except it's like okay, so it's like Worst Cooks in America meets Spring Baking Championship.
Hmm.
And so it's like all these three amateur chefs that are picked solely because they're terrible. And
Wow.
and they compete to like do these really complex, difficult baking creations.
Oh
And it is
no.
the funniest show ever. Like the one where they're making the Trump cake is like the
Hmm.
funniest show of all of them. Like that's the one that I would start with. I think it's season 1, but they're making a cake of Trump's head, and the
Oh
creations are
no.
demonic at best. Like they're so good. They're so
Oh,
good. It's just I love that show with all my heart. It's so funny.
but the question is, did they taste good?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. And no, they did not.
Oh my goodness.
So like,
Oh
it's just
no.
so great. I love that show.
Well, now I have to add it to my watch list. Dude, my watch list for this summer is so long. Like, I
Yeah,
have to
and like
scroll to the bottom, and I'm like, oh no.
my watch list is full of documentaries about the alt right, and then I still have to watch The Umbrella Academy. But I just, like I said, I'm not like super into TV, so I don't
Hmm.
really watch as much as my my watch list is probably gonna just get more full and more full, and then I'm just never gonna like watch anything in it.
Me too, though.
Like I just like documentaries. Really, I think that's all I have a Netflix for.
I mean, I find that actually interesting because all I watch is fucking anime because I'm the biggest weeb of
Weeb,
all time. Yeah?
weeb.
Yeah? Fuck? How could
I saw, yeah, I saw season 1 of Attack on Titan and then Death Note, and those are the only two. Oh, and then Orin High School Host Club, and those are like the animes I've seen.
that makes my organs shut down because that makes me think of middle school because those are the
Yeah,
animes I
that's when I
remember.
watched them, middle school. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
It was when I was still like figuring out myself, and I was like, are these repressed feelings because I'm not watching anime?
Mm.
And then I watched anime, and I was like, no,
Oh my goodness.
it was so bad. What's your favorites? Because like I'm trying to get into like better anime, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Goodness.
I'm not like I've seen a couple Naruto episodes, and I'm not a fan.
Mm. I can't
Um,
watch Naruto because it's too long and
it's too
I'm
long.
impatient.
Oh yeah, I can't get into things with more than 4 seasons. Just cannot do it.
Me too.
Physically can't do it.
Like
What
it's
are your favorites right now?
um favorites. Well, one of them's My Hero Academia,
I've
obviously.
heard that's good.
It's so good. It makes my heart hurt. I love the characters. I am a sucker for character development, so it makes my heart hurt so much. Um, Another one that I enjoy. is Erased. It's like a suspenseful horror
Oh gosh,
anime.
I've heard of that too. I swear I've heard of that.
It's so good. It I'm rewatching it right now, and it's my second time around, and I'm like, God, how did I not know this? And everything makes sense when I'm rewatching it, and it's so weird. Oh
I
my,
always say if you like a TV show, you have to go back and watch it like a second time because you see all the foreshadowing when you watch it the second time.
it's true.
It's so good. It's always the best part about watching TV shows, in my opinion, is when you can like go back and figure it out.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
New questions, yay! I love talking.
that's a
I
bit.
love being annoying.
Man, you're not annoying. You be quiet. I'm gonna fight you.
I'll fight
What
you.
song
Got him.
always puts you? Oh my goodness. What song always puts you in a good mood?
Oh my god. Okay, I gotta think. Okay. Um okay, so I have songs that put me in different moods. Good mood. Cuz I just have ones that make me angry. That's it. Um well, okay, so there's this band I really like and so you know Panic at the Disco. Everybody knows Panic at the Disco.
Yes.
So like I love Panic at the Disco, right? They're like one of my favorite bands, but like the other one of my favorite bands right now is the former member of Panic at the Disco, the bassist Dallin Weeks. He has a new band with the drummer from Falling in Reverse, Ryan Seaman, and they have this band called I Don't Know How But They Found Me.
Oh.
It is like they only have an EP out,
Mm.
but honestly, they're one of my favorite bands ever. I just love this style. I'm a big fan of like bass riffs and bass lines, and since the lead guy is a bassist and Ryan is also a bassist, there's so much bass.
Oh my.
Oh my goodness. Take a shot every time I say bass. And like yeah, I'm in love with them. The popular song right now is Choke from them, and it's good. It's not my favorite. My favorite is Absinthe because like mm.
The good stuff.
And for some reason that puts me in a good mood, and it's not supposed to, I'm fairly certain. And then Do It All the Time puts me in a good mood, which is the last song in my second favorite.
Ooh.
Um, like I'm really into Grandson right now. God, he's really good. I saw him live last year, and I was really really excited because my friend won us free tickets because she entered a competition 9 times, and she was the only one who
Wow,
entered.
that's 9. Wow, 9
Yeah,
people. Wait, it's the same person.
yeah. And they're like, congratulations. She's like, thank you. So yeah, we went to see him, and he was an opener for somebody else, but I think he's going on his own tour right
What
now.
the?
And he's amazing. Like I love A Modern Tragedy Volume 1, and I'm like, there are a couple songs from A Modern Tragedy Volume 2 that I really like. My favorite's Stigmata because it's like super good.
Mhm.
But my favorite song of his ever is 6 O'Clock, just because it was so cool seeing it live, and the whole crowd knew the song. The whole crowd was like jumping together. It was the best experience of my
Ooh,
life.
I've actually never been to a concert before, and I plan on
You never?
never, and I plan on going to my first one at least sometime this summer, because me and a friend have like made like a list of things we want to do this summer, and it's
Oh,
because
that's so cute.
yeah, we actually want to actually do stuff this summer because we're like
That's
we're
stupid. Who does stuff? I don't know anybody who does stuff.
I don't do anything, guys. I don't.
I can relate. Like, all I've done besides work this summer is just sit in my room and stare at my computer screen playing Idle Breakout on
Oh my
coolmathgames.com.
goodness.
That's it. That's it. That's all I've
Cool
done.
math is
Um,
still-
but no, I'm actually, now that you say that, I was sort of gonna be like, do you want to go to this concert with me? Because that band I was just talking about, they play in Kansas City in 7 days.
Oh my goodness.
And like I want to go, but it says that the venue is 18 plus, but like I keep hearing that it's not, and I just don't know.
I,
But I think it's too late anyway because it's probably sold out by now.
mm,
But I just really wanted to go see them. But I'll have another chance, I'm certain. I think they'll be around for a little while longer. So
well,
when they release their first album, then probably I'll be able to see them if they come back anyway.
mm-hmm. Like I kind of
So
got into that same issue because Game Grumps they were doing their live show in Kansas City,
oh, I heard about that.
and I
Yeah. I saw somebody posting about that the
Oh
other
my
day.
goodness, I wanted to
I
go,
remember that.
and then I was like, I need to focus on other things, and I didn't go, and I regret it so much because I've been watching them since like the 6th grade, and I just
Oh,
graduated, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm old. Help.
oh my goodness. That was me. Since I was bored the other day, I was going back to Markiplier's
Hmm.
channel and rewatching all this stuff, and he's like honestly one of my favorite YouTubers, and he continues to
Oh,
be. Um, so I went back, and he had this new Five Nights at Freddy's series, and I was like, oh, that looks fun, and it was just a lot of screaming, and I was like, this is what I remember.
this is what I remember. The class.
And then like his old series Spore, like it's one of my favorites. It makes me laugh
Mm.
every single time. Yeah. So anyway, but like I know I get the nostalgia behind that. And when Markiplier came here on tour, I was like, do I want to go? And the answer was no, so I didn't.
The answer was no, so I didn't come.
So I didn't. Simple as that.
I went to sleep. Um,
Oh, same. Right before you texted me saying that you were just like running late, I was like, I'm gonna go take a
oh
nap.
my goodness, that's
And then you ruined my plan.
sorry.
You're fine. I was just like laying on my couch. I have weighted blankets now, and it is the
Those.
best thing. Do you know what a weighted blanket
Yes, I
is?
love them so much.
Okay, good. Because like I was explaining this to a couple friends the other day, and so I have like severe anxiety, which is funny because like I talk so often, you wouldn't guess it.
True.
Um, but yeah, like I have some social anxiety issues, and then it causes me to have like the best way I can describe it is like a mini seizure, but it doesn't really do any brain
Hmm.
damage. So like I just spasm for a couple minutes and then I'm fine. Like it's weird. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, it's a byproduct of my anxiety. So like I used to do it a lot when I slept, but then I started getting medicated and then it happened less often, but it would happen worse every time that it would happen.
Oh no.
And then I got these weighted blankets and oh my god, my life has never been easier. Like it cured my spasming like straight
Oh
up.
my goodness.
And this is like not an endorsement or anything, but it's totally an endorsement. And yeah, they just made my life a lot easier. And like I have two because I have one for the couch down here when I'm watching TV like with my mom, and then I have one to sleep, and they're both so good for me.
Which blanket?
I cannot tell you how excited I am to have them. Like if you don't have one, invest. Like
They're
they're good.
good. They're worth your money. They help me sleep, and they'll help you sleep. Hopefully.
It feels like if you like dogs, there it feels like there's a dog just laying on you, and it's a
And it's
moment.
just good.
And like when I miss my dogs, I just put on that weighted blanket and I forget my world's problems. Yeah, it's a great investment. I know that they're pretty expensive for a good one, but they're like so worth it, and they'll last you
Hmm.
forever.
Uh,
Okay, enough on my tangent about weighted
you're
blankets.
fine, dude. They're so good. What
They're so
of
good.
ice cream do you wish existed?
Do I wish existed? I thought you were gonna ask which one was my favorite, and then I had to be like, oh, I'm boring. I like vanilla. Um, I know. Okay. So I'm lactose intolerant. So in my
Oh.
defense, I know, but like every single good ice cream without lactose in it is
Mm.
vanilla. So
Oh my.
die. Chocolate ones are terrible. So don't do that to
I don't like
yourself. And I don't like Halo Top, which makes me sad because I wish I liked it, but I just
Oh
don't.
man. Um,
Yeah. Um, which one I wish existed? Well, I guess I wish a good lactose free chocolate existed because chocolate is my
you
favorite
just want
flavor,
lactose.
but I could just like never. Well, like chocolate with rainbow sprinkles is my
Hmm.
favorite. Rainbow sprinkles are important to me, they're a big part of my life. Okay, so gross. Gross
Gross.
thing. I will eat rainbow sprinkles just
Oh
by
my
themselves.
goodness. Me and my brothers used to do that when
Mm-hmm.
we were younger, actually. And
Used to. I do it now. No, I asked my mom to buy those like those like God, those containers like full of rainbow
oh my god.
sprinkles. I eat them straight out of the bowl. I'm
Oh,
like the worst. but they're so good. I can't handle myself. I'm like, I'm sorry, God, but
Okay,
I
but is
have
it the
to.
rainbow sprinkles that are like specks of sugar, or are they just like the other ones?
No, like not the
Okay.
glitter ones. No, like the
Okay.
chalky
Just make.
ones. Yeah, like the ones that turn brown when you
Yeah.
like chew them in your mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, those. No, the glitter ones are gross on their own. I would never do that to myself. I hate me.
Do not.
I don't. I'm just. I'm trying to pretend like I feel guilty about this when I do not at all.
Zero fucks from Adam.
Zero fucks are given. I also realized that I'm not lowering my voice
Mm-hmm.
for any reason. Um, sorry, I have a tour in like 2 weeks where I have to be singing for like 6 days for 7 hours a day. So like I have to be like
Oh
good to my
no, that's a
voice.
lot of effort and work. I would be in tears.
Look, I get to go to New Orleans and get beignets out of the deal, so I
Lucky
think we're
bastard.
even. I know, right? I'm so excited. And then next year I'm going to Germany, which would be really really
Oh,
cool.
what the heck? German. That's.
I'm gonna
Man,
go
you
singing.
lucky fucking bastard.
No, I am so excited. Like it's only a like $5,000 to
What
go,
the?
but it's fine.
Oh, I have like 100 something right now in the bank. That's. Oh my goodness.
I haven't gotten my first check yet for my job, and I'm expecting like $2 whole because I'm scared of
Whole
taxes.
dollars.
$2 whole. And you know what? That'll be enough for me. I got tipped $2 whole today, and I don't know why, because these kids were assholes, but it's fine.
Man, at least you got something.
I was like, thanks for leaving me a $2 tip and your coins wrapped in cherry sauce. Appreciate it. No, I love working at Dairy Queen where people just decide to like not care about
Oh
anyone.
boy.
It's fine. We had corporate come in today, but I had to leave before corporate came in. So one of my managers was just like, clean everything and then you can go. And I was like, okay. As long as you're paying me for the overtime, I don't give a shit.
Time freezes for everyone but you for one day. What do you do?
I do everything that I'm afraid to do. It's because I'm so anxious. I can't do
I
anything.
feel.
Um, like I don't really leave my house ever. It's like so if it was just me,
Mm-hmm.
like just me. I would go to the pool, but like I would just wear my binder and then like
Love
swim
that.
trunks. Yeah, because like I do that sort of anyways, but I always feel bad and awkward and I have to
Mm-hmm.
leave in like an hour. And one of my favorite places to be is the pool. And I love the high dives. I love everything
Mm.
about going to the pool. It's
I'm
like
like
my
the
favorite thing
opposite.
in
I
the
have like
world.
trauma with the pool and like deep water. And, yeah,
Oh, really?
I'm 18 years old and I do not know how to swim, nor do I want to learn. It's just
Oh my
like
gosh.
I can't. It's like I'm on the
Okay.
autism spectrum,
So,
so if water
oh
gets like
yeah.
get in my face, it's just an entire moment of just freaking out. Like, what the fuck is on my face?
Oh my no.
Yeah,
No.
I'm.
That's actually like hurting my heart a little bit. 'Cause, like I'm not trying to convince you to do anything you don't want to do, but like swimming is such an experience because I just don't have to hear anything underwater. Like being underwater is just an experience. And I know that's like probably not the same for you if you
Mm-hmm.
have problems with that. But like I just feel so calm. Like you know those movies where they have like those where they're like cloning people and those clones are like growing in like
Yes,
water. That's how
truly.
it feels. I love that feeling. I don't know
Like,
why.
if I'm like in the bathtub, I'll just put both of my ears under the water, and it's just silence. But that's.
See, yeah, like that's the feeling. I love
Mm-hmm.
that feeling. Just like no sound. Nobody can bother me. Nobody can touch me.
Don't
Leave
talk
me
to me.
alone. I am
Don't
napping.
talk to me. Don't breathe near me. That's all.
Don't swim near me. Don't touch me with your little child fingers. Don't. That's like the only thing I don't like about the pool, probably, is kids kicking me under the
That's not
water.
fun.
It is. 5-year-olds don't know boundaries.
See,
And
and if you
I hate
kick them
it.
back, it's over.
Then you're the bitch. And all their parents all of a sudden will like wring your neck out just like their pool towel. Like I don't know what the
Like
deal
my
is with that
parents
or
holding a
anything.
knife at me. What did you do?
I'm like that cat picture with the knife held to me like I'm a
Well,
bad
now I
bitch. You
have to
can't
draw
kill
you
me.
as that image. Oh my goodness.
I dare you.
Yes.
I double dog dare you. I will post it to my public Instagram and I
Oh my
post all
goodness,
fan art and
that's wholesome. Wholesome.
I've only gotten one whole fan art, so
Or-
it's made it pretty easy.
I'm looking for actually good questions.
There's no
And
such thing as a good question. I know teachers will say there's no such thing as a stupid question, but
yeah,
every question's a stupid
sadly,
question.
that's why I don't ask questions.
Mm-hmm. Oh, mood, a worm. I just learned to ask questions like this year. I did not figure out that I could ask questions to teachers until like
Oh, jeez.
third quarter. You know, like, okay, so not to like brag, because this is not what I mean by it. Okay, so as a former, not a former, like as a current gifted kid, right? I never had to ask questions
Yeah.
because I always understood everything. So like when people are like, "Oh my gosh, why don't you just ask?" I'm like, I physically can't do that. I physically cannot ask a question. That is not a thing I can do. Don't ask me to do it. Don't look at
I'm
me.
not.
Don't talk to me. Like if I don't know how to do something, I will suffer through it myself. And that's just what happens. Like, leave me alone.
I'll suffer in silence. It's fine.
I won't even suffer in silence. I'll like loudly complain about it, but then when somebody tries to help me, I'm like, fuck you.
Me at the end of my senior year.
It'd be like that. It do. It's okay. All the seniors that I thought I was friends with started like saying "fuck you" whenever I texted them, and I was like, okay. And people don't, and like people wonder why I don't text them for anything, but like if I need something.
So sad.
Like it's fine because I don't really like to text people, but people always tell me that they feel alienated and bad when I don't text them, and I'm like, oh sorry, didn't know. So then when I try to text them, I feel bad because like I don't know how to text people. If I want to talk to you, I'll call you. Like I'm actually 40 years old in my head. Like honestly, if you text me just to say hey, I hate you. Just call me, goddammit.
Like you don't want a dry conversation where it's just hi, how are you? I'm good, and it's just boring.
Yeah, no, like the way we're talking right now is the way I prefer to talk to people. Like ask me dumb things. Like I love to talk. Just get me going, and you don't have to say a word for another 40 minutes. I promise. Like I'm just like my grandma. All she does is talk about her like spiced pecan recipe for 40 minutes, and like it's not interesting, but she'll talk, and like you don't have to. So I'm the same way. Like like there was this one time when I was going into 6th grade. My grandma was talking to me on the phone and she said, "Do you know how lockers work?" And I went, "No, I'm really nervous about it." So then she talked for, I kid you not, 56 minutes about locker combinations. She's everything I aspire to be. I love that woman. I came out to her and she's like, "I'm so proud of you. I love you, Adam." And I was like, but also we think she has Alzheimer's, so she keeps forgetting that my pronouns are male and it's bad. But like we think, like we're probably not, but I mean we're all just paranoid since like everybody in our family
starts crying really fucking hard.
Oh my god, it's fine. My uncle died. Like chill out.
No, this is so sad.
You should. No, it's fine. So the funeral was in January, right? And Yeah, so my dad and then my dad's mom was there. I call her my nana, not my grandma, because I have a
Hmm.
nana and then I have my grandma. So so my nana is like super emotional, right? And like that's fine. I totally get that. And I love her for it. She's such a sweet person. She's so funny. She was telling me a story about how she thought that her
Oh,
cousin was a Russian spy. She's so great. I love her. Anyway, but my dad told me before we got there that I wasn't allowed to cry because then my nana would start crying,
oh,
then he'd start crying, and then yeah.
just,
Anyway, so I didn't, but they
uh,
did.
just you're not allowed to cry.
So yeah, like I said, I'm not a very
Oh,
emotional person. Like I find it so strange when people assume that like I have a strong emotional like thing. I'm an actor, I guess. Like that's just kind
like
of
you
what I do.
just look like the type of person who would be very emotional.
Are
No,
you
no,
calling me a bottom
no,
fin?
no. You're a twunk at best.
Fuck you. Genuinely fuck you
Thank
from the bottom of my heart. Fuck you. I know you're right, but fuck you.
You're welcome.
At least
True.
JFK and I are on the same
The
page.
good content.
Huh? He was.
Uh,
Yeah.
I thought you were going to speak. I don't
Oh,
speak.
I don't speak. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's false,
Who's
bro.
that? Don't know her. No conoce.
What is your favorite movie and why is it your favorite?
Oh, okay. I've been waiting for this question my whole life. Okay, so I have like my list in my head. So my favorite movie of all time is Arrival. I think it came out in
Hmm.
2016, 2017. I thought it was going to be dumb because my dad's like really into alien movies, and I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just go with you and see this one. It actually ended up being a very, very interesting dialogue on why our international relations don't work out and why differing ideologies like happen and
Mm-hmm.
how language is so important in our universe and like it's so crazy. The whole thing is so crazy. It's about how like aliens come to Earth and they hire the U.S. government hires this linguist to like figure out what they're trying to say and like how they
Oh,
communicate. So they have this written language, right? But it doesn't work the same way as our language does because it's not time
what
based.
the
It all
heck?
happens simultaneously. Yeah,
Oh,
so like they don't experience time
that.
the same way that we do,
Oh.
which is so crazy. And like so everything happens at once. So they're kind of like psychics in a way. So anyway, it's really really cool and I think I just totally spoiled the whole movie.
Well,
But
it's
like
out.
I guess
It's been out
not
for
like not
years.
really because I think the way that they experience time is like it's explained like halfway through anyway. But Amy Adams is in it, and then fuck, what's his
Mm-hmm.
name? Jeremy Renner. Like honestly, I didn't know that either of them had that acting capability, but it's an amazing movie, and like it's just so well thought out. And there's like this point in the movie where they're trying to like
Mm-hmm.
explain English, and then they realize, okay, we can't do that. We just have to figure out what they're saying. So, but then somebody from another country who's trying to figure out what they're saying is like teaching them mahjong.
Oh.
I think it's China who's teaching them mahjong
Mm-hmm.
to like communicate. But Amy Adams' character, who's the linguist, is explaining like, okay, that won't work because there's a
Oh.
winner and a loser in that situation. Like somebody has to dominate over the other person. Like you can't make them think that way. It was really really cool. So it's my favorite movie of all time. And then my second favorite is Hidden
When
Figures
did
because I
that
saw it
come
like
out?
six
I have
times and it's my
never heard
favorite.
of it.
Oh God, like 2 or 3 years ago. I think it was 20. It came out about the same time as Arrival because these two were
Uh,
like conflicting for my favorite movie for a long time. I figured out Arrival is my absolute
mhm.
favorite, but then Hidden Figures is like really really close second. And I just love it because I think that Taraji P Henson is a
Hmm.
fantastic actor, something. And yeah, the whole movie is just
Space.
good. And I love space, and I love science, and I love math, and I want to like my dream in life. And this is probably unrealistic if I'm like not getting my PhD, but like
Ooh.
my dream is to work for NASA in their medical department. That is my dream because I love space, I love math, and I love like chemistry. And I love dealing with people. It's like all my favorite things.
Dude, follow your dreams.
I will. And in the meantime, you should follow mine too. Follow me on Instagram.
Self promo.
Oh, I'm shameless. I really am.
You're doing great.
I know. I'm doing amazing. I know. You don't have to tell me.
I'm going to hurt you, Adam.
No, you should.
No. Well, now I can't. Well, gosh darn.
It'd be funny. I don't know. You should get it on video.
No, I'd cry. It wouldn't be funny. I would dislike my own video.
You can't do that.
Watch me.
Oh. Okay. Bad, but whatever.
I think my favorite movie would probably have to be A Silent Voice. It's an animated movie, and it's basically where there's this girl who joins this new school and this new class, and they're like in elementary school, and she's deaf, and everyone is just like, what the heck? She can't be deaf. That's crazy. And
She
like
can't be deaf.
she can't. And like she tries so hard to make friends there, but everyone just like fucking bullies her, and it's ridiculous. And they like throw away so many of her like cochlear implants. I just hit
What?
like her not her implant, but her hearing aids.
Yeah.
And like they would like throw them out the window and all that stuff. And like in the beginning, it gets really emotional and sad because of all the bullying and stuff. And like all she wants to do is make friends, and like it time skips to when they're like in high school and stuff, and like the same boy who bullied her the most, he tried to like apologize to her, and they like eventually become like friends because he learned sign language for her since she's deaf and all of that. And like there's a lot of more aspects to it, and it's emotional and it makes me cry. I cannot watch it without crying. It's so
Aw.
good.
That sounds good.
It is.
It's cute.
Uh,
My mom is home. Sorry, I heard the garage, but like it's cool. You can keep going.
okay. Well, we could end it here because we're at like 42 minutes.
Okay, I guess then we can end it here. Hi, mom.
Hi, Mom.
All right. Finn says hi, mom.
Hi, Ben.
Mom says hi, Finn.
Love that.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks so much for having me on your podcast. I hope you blow up like
Thank
the Night
you.
Vale podcast.
Oh my goodness.
I
Thank you
believe in
so
you.
much. And thank you so much for coming to listen to the Sleepy Nyles podcast. Episodes come out every Saturday, so be on the lookout for those.
He's
And
got a schedule and everything. Oh my goodness.
look at that. I'm
Look at that.
innovative. But yeah, thank you for listening, and thank you for coming and talking with me, Adam.
Of course, you can have me talk anytime. It's all I ever do.
That's a big mood.
All right. I will. Yeah, I hope I can be back sometime just to talk about whatever. I love you.
Love you too, dude. Bye.
Gross.
Oh man.
Bye.